Today, we will talk to one senior registration officer, intellectual property department, office of the administrator and registrar general. When I am Aisata Koroma, we go can talk about the intellectual property day and save other things we don't happen at the office. Well, for sake of that, I want to welcome Yama Aisata Koroma at the program. Good morning and welcome to the program. Good morning, Salon.
Good morning, Good morning, Salon people there. And I thank you for Ulumina this morning.
Okay, well, the Office of the Administrator and Registrar General responsible for the administration and registrar of title of business them, the registrar property them, land transaction, industrial property, married and business and safe. They do plenty other things them. Also they done the registrar company them, partnership and other things them. Well, waiting on the happen at the office. If I go stand corrected na the first 10 days, we get somebody for inside this here another office day. We go cancel over the team name. We don't the happen at that office day. Well, from that small background day for somebody, we go where the office of the administrator and registrar general for the first time. Waiting on some of una work them we wanna do.
Fabule. Office of the Administrator and Registrar General gets a mandate from Cap 255 of the Sierra Leone law. Now, this mandate will get the responsibility for register and administer legal instruments. We also get responsibility for efficiently and effectively register conveyances we get for do with land. For instance, an individual buy land, he go to a lawyer, he drafts the conveyance, then you can register and to we. We also get a division where they deal with intellectual property rights. When that we make today, where they register intellectual property rights. Waiting an intellectual property rights. You get a property where gets for do with you individual original creation. Not to copy and paste to team when you original creation na intellectual property right. Intellectual property abroad, a day in industrial property, who gets within a copyright. But I will come into that later on as we celebrate the intellectual property day and the theme therefore does IP and music. So I will delve into that later on. The office also they do civil wedding. Would they conduct civil wedding? Would they sell marriage certificates of Muslim and Christian? We also they administer estates of deceased people. Possibly don't die, we no left will. Also, we administer them property then that estates them. Then we get gratuity where somebody will die in active service where you want come for a benefit for in people in where sometimes picking or in brother then or sister then they all can come out office. We office then at 28 Walpole Street, Freetown, Roxy Building. Now, we not only centralize na Freetown here, we decentralize also na the provinces. We go office na Kenema, we get na Bo, we get na Putloko, we get na Makini. So you where they upline, you know go say pass you pay transport for Kana Freetown, for can do your registration. You get offices there and the road station we can help you with your registration. So that's not the brief background of the office.
So you talk about different things on don't they do, not on the register property them, legal instruments, and other thing them, then on they do civil wedding, sell marriage certificates and all. So in doing this, don't talk about the civil wedding and marriage certificate. When I get the capacity and the manpower for them all the districts them in the country for conduct them different here, or if somebody don't marry past them. Come outside and they can register and a Freetown.
Yes, we get the capacity for that. Now, before civil wedding at the office, it take place. You can book a date. Then you get your dates. You officiate the wedding at the office. Now you are married Muslim or Christian. They come the imam or the pastor. They can buy the marriage certificate. Then go do the wedding. After that, within 10 days, then for them can register.
No, na Freetown they can register on the day. If somebody then abo,
you can then abo there you register. Now that make you decentralize. We get offices then there, so you no need for can Freetown. But you then na Freetown, they register and yeah. You then abo you can do one day. Now that make you decentralize.
Okay. You talk about different weddings then. You talk about civil weddings, you talk about Christians and Muslim wedding. Let me take for the civil wedding. When you talk of civil wedding, what do you mean?
a court wedding. It gets to do with the law. We get when you dey come, we know say bigamy when you already married, then you go marry other person. But they tell you all the law they dey. Wetin go make you go for instance, you then exist in marriage, then you can't be say you are married, then you go marry other person, then you go don't commit bigamy when 7 years imprisonment. So now the law now they interpret to the couple then.
So let me look at the process we involve for register the weddings them, yeah. Because I talk of Christian wedding where they take place in a church, and Muslim wedding where they take place now mosques, and as well as civil where they take place now either court or get a specific say will happen. So in terms of registration of the weddings, yeah, what's the process we involve for Camtona?
When you don't do the wedding, now don't officiate the wedding done. You count the marriage certificate. Now, na 3 copies. The one they did to the couple, the other one they did at the church or the mosque. Then the other one they can deposit them for keep. When you can, and they check them for see that all thing okay. Because it's a legal instrument and legal document. Not forget no mistake, no crash. But they check them for see that all thing okay before ever we register. Oh, register. Then you can then our system. For any way sometimes you lost your marriage certificate, you want them back, you can carry ask for certified 2 copy, then we can give you. But the purpose we make a kaya now for intellectual property, we get different things in the way they do. And
we can't talk about the intellectual property day itself, but again, with regard to the issue of this wedding, now compulsory for say where somebody married, either Muslim or Christian, for register and married to the office of administrator registrar general.
If you register, if you not register, then it's up to you. If you marriage certificate lost, then how you go able for retriever? If you not register, you want to certified copy. Now then they get them program the way they want travel. How you go get certified 2 copy? Now we go for authentic take for clarify say yes, this married invalid. So you get for come to we follow come for keep her for you. The way you need certified 2 copy, would they give you? That day they show say this married invalid.
What if somebody fail for or refuse for register and married? It get any negative impact where it go get?
Well, in case you need certified copy, then you not go get them because you not register. That's not mean say you married not valid or invalid. If you married, you certificates you all and valid. But if you not can register, you need certified 2 copy. You need for sure say yes, you be done married before. We na correct married you do. How you dey sure? Now we go for do that for you for sure say yes. With the endorser at the back of the marriage certificate say yes, this is authentic.
Apart from the civil, Christian and Muslim, we get also another form of marriage where we talk of the traditional marriage. What did the law say with regard to traditional marriage with regard to our office?
Then they not so mandate.
And not follow that mandate?
No. Traditional they not follow that mandate. And city council they do and they register traditional marriage.
So then we talk about on a mandates back, the thing they do na the office now for register and conveyances them, then land documents them and all that thing them. So how we don't sound like because when come back conveyances, land, we don't see the plenty challenge, we don't the happen. Where people some mango say na me get this, na me get the plab, how don't it happen? So how we don't sound like now in our office for us now I get the mandates for do this.
Now when you buy your land, you go to your lawyer, he drafts the conveyance. You can register them to we. When you register them, will they give you volume page and number? You name the day. You will buy the land, and you will the person will send you. You name the day. Then almost you buy the land, the consideration, everything they did. So in case conflict come, then you don't can register your land paper. Now you get the right. Now they go to court. When you're not going to court, you show that conveyance day for sure says now you get this land. And when you don't show that conveyance day, they show says now you get that. If the next man don't buy land, then you not register and then you not do conveyance, then an officer entitled to that land. And that make when you buy your land, the first thing they do your conveyance, can register, let the land go blank to you.
So what one can do when cancel community people more especially we can to then chief them the one that okay say well they buy this land at community level and they can get that document so they can give them. Then some man okay register and they okay see another problem back in Canada go say me back now me get them and all. Then people and don't engage them and tell them like say if you sell land now this not the right procedure way for use for sake of the document the way for register.
Well, awareness raising for come up with that division there, conveyance, where they say because them problem and they arise every now and then. So then say for can do the awareness raising, we then go for enlighten the people waiting them for do, how them for go about for register and conveyance, and the documents they waiting for the submit. So then say forget the awareness raising.
Okay, so as you don't talk about some of the work they do, are you then at the Department of the Intellectual Property? For somebody who know then on our office, they read this for the first time. What do we mean by intellectual property?
Intellectual property na property where you as an individual you do original creations. For instance, you get your song, you sing them. You don't get that in your property, now you idea, not to copy and paste. Now you say you do that creativity. So now you property that or you do an invention. For instance, first time they get a bench, they will not get armrest, you not get backrest. Now we see them chair, they will sit down. You get armrest, you get backrest. So you will see that you get an idea, then you aid. You do that invention, now you property, then now intangible property. Not a property where you church, not a physical property. When I see where then you aid. However, intellectual property, not they protect ideas. A thing where you come out with. Like for instance, this is what I wanna put here. I need to try for promote Sierra when because of na Sierra day before me we can hear they use Sierra water. This company come up with this name. This is a unique name where they come up with. Then they have the intellectual creation, and then property then this Sierra water they differentiate this company from that of Bravely. So Bravely, let's have come up with their own name. When a Bravely, when a water, where they differentiate Sierra from Bravely. So that intellectual creation day, and in intellectual property, and in your property. So like that property you get also, or you get motocar, but this now you aid, and waiting na your original creation, and in intellectual property. We also get intellectual property wide. We get industrial property, we get for do with trademark, where in a symbol where they differentiate one enterprise from that to another. Then we get patent under there, when a new invention where they solve practical problem. We also get industrial design, where look like this table would be, not to that normal long table, it get curve, that design day. Don't fall under industrial design. Then we get a whole category on its own. When a copyright, we get for do with music. You musician, now they celebrate this year, 2025 Intellectual Property Day, get for do with IP and music. Now we not get the flow this year. So now the more, now they will celebrate. Under that copyright day again, we get producers, we get broadcasters, under the broadcasters there. We get somebody where they write book for literary and artistic work, somebody where they paint, all land they be protected under copyright. So that's basically intellectual property.
So with all this way you take, let me take step by step, let me come to the industrial property. In that area there, for somebody they listen you, how not going able for protect people and must explain we get this particular industrial property, don't say well this na me don't get her na my own creation is for somebody not able for take them back because we don't see that they don't app complaints it somebody go don't do this, you see somebody don't take them, we can make some of them can vex na that. Even though the person they take this thing, not the credit to save.
Okay. So we get the legal framework all day in place. For instance, trademark, we get the Trademark Act 2014. Then we also get the Copyright Act 2011. And we get the Patents and Industrial Design Act 2012. All the one and they get laws a substantive provision where they help people learn for register their rights. Now, like I say, I use Sierra. When you don't do this unique creation for can register your logo, with the cannabis office 28 Walpole Street, you can they do availability search for know whether this mark somebody may don register am before or similar one day wey dem don register, because we go reject similar one wey get for do with the same water. Why? Because the layman out there, if he send somebody for go buy water wey na Sierra, he go see, for instance, dem pull the I, just left the SERA, e dey confuse. They go bring the one way you not send for now, you go bring her. But when you differentiate this Sierra and Bravely, then they easy. You go out there and get you water and come. So when they do that, the availability search. After that, if you know day or similar one no day we get for do what you intend for protect, then you can file your application. Your application, you go for state the brand. The brand we want protect, you go for state the proprietor in name and address, you go for state the goods or services we want for make this brand the under, and you give me the agents in name, just in case na international the proprietor day, you for suppose forget agents na salon. However, when you dey international, you go for give you authorization letter for the agents na salon ya. With copyright, it automatically protected. The moment you do your creation, it is automatically protected. However, you therefore do registration voluntarily, because when you do your registration, wetin are the benefits wey you get? Then they can help you for solve infringement cases. Supposing somebody go thief you work, then how you go able for fighter at court, and when you register to win, that don't prove say yes, now you get this work, then we self able for forfeit your case. Also, the law, Section 4 of the Copyright Act, make talk say before you work be protected as copyright, it gets for be original creation. You know, they go copy and paste person your work, now your own original creation, now will protect under copyright. And you know they get the idea now you head, for instance, you want to sing in music, and then you say, I get this idea, I want to sing this music, or you sing and you head, if you say become protected, no. And when you reduce it to a physical something, you can't put on a disc, then you know say yes, or you write on paper, you know say yes, this now your music, then they become protected. Okay. Also, when you don't, sorry my dear, when you don't become, when you don't do the originality and the fixation, then the law not say if forget that kind of quality. Okay. No, we need to protect what we say, because this it ain't a fine paper or it make a fine and then they make a fine. No, all things, as long as the purpose of what they do na your original creation, they become protected.
The program Good Morning Salon they continue, and where they bring come this edition, my name na Kabiang
and Adeyemi Jackson. And inside the program we still get Yama. We come out from the office of the administrator and registrar general. You don't talk about different things that we want to do. It regard the intellectual property rights. Earlier you talk say on to protect the idea, the original idea of the person. Let me look at it, the issue of trademark, where this don't be a huge concern. We don't see people don't they produce different in them where they get the name of that particular product, say, but you go see along the line somebody come out and say, now maybe don't produce this thing here, so, or this thing here, so this person produce is similar to what thing I be don't produce. How na can come about for ensure to address that situation there?
Now, just like I say, trademark na any sign or symbol where they differentiate two different enterprise, where they get them product or then services where they render. Now, the law make provision for distinctiveness. For instance, they use this Sierra again, Sierra and Bravely are two distinctive trademark dandy. Now, when you can't do, now the reason this way make they do this awareness raising, because we want let people that they can register. When you can register your trademark, then you become protected. We go able for fets for you. Somebody, when you come now the office, we need to register similar trademark. As long as it's similar, we get for do the same product or the same services we render, with the rejecter. The law make provision for that day, so not for register. So if you don't can register your brand, then somebody they out there where they do similar brand, then you can bring that to the attention. Go out there, you will get your IP, you will get your rights. Now you have to be vigilant.
So how somebody can able to register a particular product?
You can have your office, carry it to your brand, can do availability search. Now that search they now they do for tell you whether they don't register or they don't register it. If they don't register, we get to do the same product or services we have for register with a rejecter. Or we'll tell you go amend that. Then you carry it other one now, don't go register. But if it's distinctive, it's different from what you are waiting in our system and what you are register, then we can able for register.
The law give a specific time. Let's say for example, somebody don't get a business where it don't produce, it gets a particular title or name where you don't get to that business day. Then unfortunately for the person, it die. And that person they ain't be the sole winner or sole person will be the proprietor business day. The law give any specific time where somebody can own a particular trademark.
For trademark na 10 years. The law make provision for that day. When you don't register, you get that right there for 10 years. If you die, you get picky where they live. You get wife, you get other successor there. You get something you mama or you papa or you brother we go want for carry the business. So you don't they renew. When it's 10 years, you can't renew. Or you bring account to notice say this person will be they manage this brand, it don't die. You want to do change of name or change of proprietor. You bring account to be notice. We they give certificate. But when you don't register, now after 10 years, then you renew. So the protection still they run.
So now we come with all way you don't talk about awareness for let people and know saying that this thing for do in very key. More account to the copyrights where plenty people can say some man in music when don't do or a movie or something when don't publish. We can see some man where person can don't use them. Hey, this and me get some of the arguments and all. So what's in this office don't they do for CC and able for explain to people the importance for make them able for go register anything that they the original creation.
Now we do the first thing awareness raising because you see musicians and they out there, producers and they out there, authors and they out there where they write book, they not get this awareness of copyright. They don't know what's in a copyright. They not get the importance of copyright registration. They not get what's in the benefit where they go forget. So they do this awareness raising. Now when you don't do your creation, your original creation. Also, why we copy and paste? So if you copy and paste, and then it not be protected under copyright. When you don't do them, it's automatically protected. But however, we they encourage creators and rights holders can register your copyright. When you can register with me, you get rights over, and that they show say yes. Now you get this work. So in case somebody go out there and go infringe on your right, you go thief your music or you thief your work. Then they bring can to me say yes, this person may don't can register with me. Now in get this music or now in write this book. And when they do your original creation, make sure say you put the date, the year where you producer, you write your name, you get a copyright symbol, put on at the corner there, let them know say yes, it be protected.
So it's not the process for do this registration here.
Now when you don't do you creation, you carry it original copy. If na music, carry it. If na book you write, carry the original copy to be for can depositor. Then you dey get a sworn affidavit where you dey put, where they attach and the application. That's one affidavit they get for state your name. Because you are the owner or you are the author. Because those them people and then are two different people, the owner and the author. So you get for state all the information and they you get for tell you your nationality, you get for state your address, all that thing and they get for the and this one affidavit. After which with the publisher na the gazette where they open to the public, everybody they see say this person don't can register in rights, in music, or you don't write in book, you don't can register. Not public day now, and they for 2 months na the gazette. Then you will get any objection, you can bring a to the Registrar General in notice. Say this person here enough for the register this music or enough for the register this book. Then we can write letter now to this applicant, this right holder. We get this music. But say somebody don't object you work on. So now this they give grounds why if you say not for me don't register. We send out to this person. Then this person self go respond. Then we are in we go back and forth. We can try for mediate, call the two parties then together, try for mediate between them, and try for solve the problem. But we are not able to solve the problem. We can send them go to court.
So one quick one before we take break. One problem would only be if una get any provision like for somebody, if somebody do something in right time on Facebook or media host like Radio Democracy, so broadcast something or we post them on the society, plenty people only take we work them, say well them post and not even credits we. Any provision they follow way for protect the work here and save somebody we go do peace or anything, no go post them on Facebook.
Yes, we got provisions. Then, for instance, we get section 71. We got for do with infringement. Wherein somebody use your work, a poster without your authorization, you don't infringe on your work, you don't infringe on your rights. You're not supposed to do that. The law make provision say you they pay 60 million euros, all euros, or you go 3 years imprisonment, or both. So that day, where somebody use, for instance, you where they broadcast, you get your rights for authorize or prohibit somebody for rebroadcast you. Like this, what they do so right, sir. Plus, you not get right to for go broadcast.
Even though for not register.
No, and then I can say copyright is automatically protected.
Okay.
And I not register, but this what they do so right, sir. Nobody not get right for rebroadcaster without on our authorization.
Added to the question where my colleague asks, like in a situation. You not do a report done. I take that report, I share that report in a new page on Facebook. What did the law say towards that?
Now we get limitations of the rights, even though you get to write them, but at the same time you get limitations. Now the right holder, it gets a moral right. Moral right is for acknowledge the holder. The right holder, the creator or the author, say yes, this this broadcast way you do now in one make sure say you write in name day. Yeah. Then we are in, for instance, you go publish them without in consent, then you go don't do an infringement where the section day you go don't commit crime. So now 60 million or you go 3 years imprisonment or both. Okay. So instead of get that right today. For prohibit or for authorize you. So you need for seeking consent before ever you do one. If you go do one without seeking consent, a problem for you.
Still with regard this issue of people sharing stuff them with other people like you don't do on social media or other platform them. What in a situation like, for example, me co-presenter here, do a story or you do something, I share that particular stuff then on my personal page, on Facebook or other social media them, even though I credit, I still commit any kind of crime.
You commit crime if you dey get economic benefit from wetin you share.
What are this economic benefit?
Now we are in they pay you for wetin you, not so you get the work. Then you go get reward for her. You know good now. It's like would they put them creator there, would they kill them spirits, would they kill them creativity. If you they get benefits from and then in they get benefits, you don't kill in spirit and not go able for do any more creation.
So what if in a case somebody do a write-up or music or whatever in getting hashtag, we get some people we know for write this something or publish something, get something in a put, like for example the chief minister, anything you can see when they do some this they say like we will deliver. You say take that thing there, you share them with all thing and they under the that person they will get some blog at the back like the Radio Democracy. So okay, say Facebook page, listen to Radio Democracy, then they all done they'll get with hashtag. Then thing and they if somebody do and share with you hashtag they still you commit crime.
Just like I say, now the same question, just like I say, if they get economic benefit, sharing you get limitations. If not for your personal use, then it's fine. You know go get crime. Let's say for instance, or you want use that for teach, you don't use you creation what you don't do, then you want use that for teach purposes of teaching, then a limitation and they don't need you consent. But we are in you put a share then they pay for that. They say this social media and monetize people and they get money from then in they get the benefits. Then you will get you creation, you need to get the benefit. They don't commit a crime.
Okay, so now we look now. They bring you back come to the musician and we can do them various song them. Some man can say, hey me, I don't do this song. But then they use a more than can use them jingle. Like you see some man take any song no more and put on for do jingle and all. Now you tell the musician can they go talk no more say, hey, well you don't use me song or you don't use me song and all. Then people and they can say that then the copyright and all. But most of them musicians and they wake ask there, some man can say, well I don't register this so and all. So how best within the engagement they can as part of a celebration, waiting and don't put in place for engage them particular sets of people and they say if you do this song, the law say you for go register them so that you self go own them as the original song.
Yes, now they celebrate this World Intellectual Property Day, we now annually and globally. Now the actual day, now 26th of April, when a Saturday they fall. However, we don't start to celebration from the 21st. We're going to radio stations and TV stations. We they bring awareness can to the musicians here because this year now then we they celebrate. They are creators. Then they inspire change. Then they come with the intelligence. Put pieces of work together where they bring change, where they inspire other people there for let them be creators. So we they try for encourage the musicians there, tell them about the importance of the music and the benefit but then they derive from them in copyright. Now we get a symposium where they hold on the 25th of April when a Friday na New Brookfields Hotel. We don't invite stakeholders, we don't invite musicians there. We go for go do presentations there where would they bring out to them, let them know say yes, copyright is important, it gets in benefit. You see the musicians there, then they bring out peace to we. When they write them song, you listen to them. But however, they say they get constraints because then they get reward, then they get them benefits. If you don't go to your own net, you don't write, you don't use your intellectual creation, you don't write, then you don't get benefit. You they kill that person in spirit. So the office would they try for establish an organization with a collective management organization where section 54 of the Copyright Act make provision for the establishment of the CMOD. That CMOD therefore gets members of various intellectual copyright rights holders there. For instance, the authors, the musicians, the producers, the broadcasters there, all therefore get representative in that organization there. That organization there now therefore turn intermediaries for the musician and the users. So like restaurants or club for instance will get now in a salon so or anything at the overseen when you play a musician in song it's supposed for peer, it's supposed to get that benefits there. Now that's they make this musician go able for Sido and create other song. But if all say it a loss, no. So this same way they try for create and for let be intermediaries for the musician and the users. Now then again, therefore make licensing. Like when on this radio station right now, you play music, you're supposed to pay that music.
So if you go to club, you go party, any music where you play for
it's
play
supposed to pay the musician, yes. Now the thing and the right thing and the but the musician and because of the lack of awareness.
Even the way you did a radio station, the promoter supposed to do music.
Well, you see, and a promote color, but by right, that person they forget the reward.
Okay.
So not to promotion, but because they not get the awareness, now then they come to say, "Una play me music," not to say for me. Now the other way around. Now una for player, then una pay them, let them get the money.
On need for engage them more for let them aware. We don't dey still sign some artists them then get if them put new song then get group more than they open the group them put the DJs them and tell them say well una for play me song promote me song and all and you they say the law say even though if not they tell you but for the overplay where you go play on a radio station or outside you for pay. In this case now then they ask you say play this song.
The moment that they don't ask now they don't give them consent and one pan the rights way rights holder get now for authorize or prohibit. So if they don't authorize you for player, then it's fine. But now they say because of their musicians and they don't get this awareness raising about their rights. Make them they can meet the DJ there. Say una play me song. But by rights, they not for go meet them. When you sing a song, when a DJ player, I like now the way they say when the music nice, you play it twice, they play twice. for any use where you use where you play you for suppose for pay. Then in case for instance you go na club or you go na restaurant, if you don't eat the food, then you play this music, you suppose for pay. You na the user, you supposed for pay that creator. Now then an economic benefits where they get. Now that money they now you go use for do other in creation. Now that money they now you go use for recopying investments where you don't do. They don't use the intellectual creation. They don't sit down and say, oh let's see the rights. If they go sit down now, they play music, then they get nothing. Then when I don't cripple this musician, una self be broadcasted na ya. When una don't do this program, nobody no get rights for the broadcaster. So lo put una the rights holder ya their shoes. If somebody go read broadcast and una rights down there for prohibits read broadcasting. So if somebody go read broadcast and then they make money out of and then una need to make money.
So in all this, if somebody no reports, una get any action una they take?
Well, we no go take action because we know aware.
Okay.
And when you bring a council with knowledge, then we can even take action. But we are in you register. Remember, I say copyright is automatically protected. However, when you do registration, then we can able for help you with litigation cases.
So, this law only limits in the area of music. What about film production and other
Only
things?
under copyright. Only under copyright and related rights.
You talk about the collective management organization. We say this na body one they try for form and the law permit una for set up this body. What is this body get for? What is it about?
Collective Management Society na for they represent the musicians, the producers, the broadcasters, the authors, anyone we doing original creation. Collective management get for they represent una. Now then for they get two representative there from all angles. Authors will get your representative will go form part of this collective management. Musicians, anybody will do original creation get for getting representative. Now the role of this collective management society, one, now for doing intermediaries for licensing. We are in the day in the middle of the musicians and the users. You go don't sing the music. Then you want get license with restaurants, for instance. Now this body, now they go make that arrangements there. So that when the restaurants use your music, then go able to pay you the rights. That's now one role. Two, now then they promote your music. Then go for the player, then go for the go to people there, tell them about your music. Three, then go for the advocate for protection. And then go for the do enforcement. We are in, for instance, you don't go, you restaurants, you don't come with license, you know, they in agreement with this body, but they play this man in music. So that body day, now you go meet this user, say you don't get authority for play this music. So they go able for enforce that rights, they earn and they collect royalties for the rights holders. Like when you play music, you get percentage where they play, where they pay. Then they take and they kind of distribute to the rights holders.
And so as you don't talk about waiting this intellectual property mean and all that thing on don't they do. So now they celebrate this day the 26th. Waiting as some of the lined up activities them wanna get.
Now the 25 we celebrate. And the celebration don't start already. Anyway, we don't start from the 21st. We gonna AYV TV. We like this is why they do so awareness raising about the intellectual property day, the importance of copyright, waiting at the benefit where the musician go get. Also we're gonna TV, and on the 25th we get a symposium na New Brookfield Hotel. We do invite stakeholders there where they come. The musicians themselves get for the day, the users there get for the day. Everybody we do invite key people there who no says get for do. When I say self we do invite to now and I get for go broadcast for it. No go pay us little money now go pay una for now broadcast for me that day. Yeah. So we get forget that symposium day, and we get important presentations they will get for do. We get for tell them what's in our copyrights. The benefits where then they get. We want bring this knowledge to this musicians there. Then I know say they not also for them go meet una for play their music. And then right say wanna play their music, therefore pay them. That's the help there for make them continue for do more creation. If they lost no more, they lost now they play then and then they get the money, then they go lost. So therefore inform them about that. Therefore inform them about this collective management society where they try for establish so then self go know and then they prepare the mind waiting exactly therefore can they on board. So AIG we get the musicians then back, the law then they in place and we they fight for now. This year now the musicians then now they celebrate. Okay.
The program now Good Morning Saloon and they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We still get Yama Aisata Kuruma, Senior Registration Officer, Intellectual Property Department, Office of the Administrator and Registrar General, and they also for talk about the Intellectual Property Day where they plan for celebrate. Now time for go through some of the messages them where people don't begin send inside the program, and this one our Facebook page say we come out from Ibrahim say the introduction of the intellectual property right is a commendable move. However, given Sierra Leone's history of strong laws but weak implementation, what assurance is there that this initiative, especially in collective management, will be effectively carried out?
Okay, this one from Mark 10, they say, Madam, what is the difference between Intellectual Property Theft and Piracy Act? I'm also surprised DJs and Poda Poda drivers are guilty of property theft, even though they are promoting the Sierra Leonean music. This one they come up from Mark 10 and New England Ville.
This other one, they come out from Mark 10, also in New England Ville, say protecting your property is very important, especially in advanced countries. Most recently, popular Sierra Leonean musician Emerson was named as a co-defendant in a U.S. federal lawsuit accusing Nigeria Afrobeat star Davido of intellectual property theft.
Okay, well, inside the program we only message them, and now we dey talk to somebody, one producer, Kate Senge, when a producer and Seth na somebody who dey sing music, waiting and take on this. Good morning, Kate, and welcome to the program. Good morning, Salon.
Fambledem, good morning. My name is Kate Krantir Senge. I'm one of 3 co-founders of Telem Uncommon Sounds in Sierra Leone.
Okay, you na producer and Seth, you na somebody who dey sing music. When they talk about Intellectual Property Day as the Office of the Administrator and Registrar General, they celebrate them, and this trip then decide for put people where they sing music and self-producer on top and celebrate them. What are you take for sake of thing that we get to do with copyrights?
Yes, well, Fambo, I go talk in English, and I feel say you go understand what I try for talk for this one. Yes, I'm a singer-songwriter, I'm a music producer, and I'm a creative, like many creatives here in Sierra Leone. And I think that the importance of these regulations and this legislation is that it's going to be a way for us to make our art pay for ourselves. So when we look at creative societies around the world, we see a couple of things. We see opportunities to learn and train. We see opportunities to perform, exhibit. We see sources of financing for our work. And we always see intellectual property protections, which means that we as rights holders have the ability to create something, our own original creation, to protect it, and then to earn money from it. So when our music is played in an environment, in a club or a bar or on transportation, where that business is earning money from our own creative work, we as creators now, we will have the ability to earn the benefits of that as well. And this is a really big deal in terms of our ability to build a creative economy in Sierra Leone that really promotes our own national development as well.
Okay, so in all this, you don't do this as music producer and somebody don't sing music and you get artists them and all. So in all this, how we be able for help for make salon and musician them and other people them after this celebration know the importance of copyright and why they for register then original thing the way they don't do?
Yeah, I love this question, and I really want to acknowledge the efforts of the Office of the Administrator and Registrar General in pushing forward these regulations. The laws have been there for a while now, but it's these regulations that are going to create this collecting society that allows all of us as creators to be members and part of this change as well. So first thing we have to do is educate ourselves. What is copyright? What does that mean? What are our rights? And what are our responsibilities as well? And then what is a collecting society? How do we organize our interests collectively? Me as an individual artist, I can't track every time somebody plays my music anywhere around the world or in Sierra Leone. But a collecting society would do that on behalf of members. So how can we come together as a creative sector to make sure that this collecting society is structured properly, it's managed effectively, and it has all the technical and financial resources needed to do its work? That's our job now as creators. You know, governance is responsible for providing the authorizing environment, the legal framework, and the structures. And we as creators now, we also need to be involved in putting together this society that helps protect the rights of all of us in the sector. Whether you're a musician, you're a filmmaker, you're a writer, whatever you do creatively, even you're a technologist, you come up with new technology. Maybe you're a farmer and you have a new idea for an agricultural innovation. All of that falls under the intellectual property laws. So really for us now, it's becoming more collectively effective together as a sector to contribute to and benefit from these new regulations.
Ok, plenty thank you Jenny na the program Kate Senge as immediately a view for seka till we get for do with copyright. Well, the program Good Morning Salon they continue inside the program now. We they continue for look at more messages then we come inside the program from Alim Sisena on Facebook say why there are so many land issues in the country even though they are registered.
This other one say, Madam, what is the difference between intellectual property and also piracy?
And this other one they say this can always you they explain so come as a surprise to me. What if when are the artists then can ask people them for promote and song them, then now you they say them for pay them back. It really confusing and I need for explain more.
And this last one told me we are going to take say, Madam, within the law say with regard people where they use other people and content in terms of content creators them now social media.
And the final one they say if we not get any provision for work with the one they way in other country them as this country we they play plenty foreign music them we for pay them people and they back.
Well, we go come over to the studio guest with Yama Aisata Kuruma, Senior Registration Officer, Intellectual Property Department, Office of the Administrator, Registrar General, for response to the messages then.
Thank you, which means I don't get my message across. When I don't listen to what I say, and I appreciate the questions the one I don't ask. Now I start from the last one we get for do with foreign country the way they play salon music. Now, when this CMO come, they can establish, we get for they get bilateral agreements with foreign countries. Let's say, for instance, Nigeria. We are in salon music, then they play in Nigeria. We suppose to get money out of that music the way they play. The same goes to we Naya. We are in, they play Nigeria music Naya. We suppose forget percentage money what they send to them. So now that agreement they Nanga for day between we and foreign countries there. We go make right holders there get benefit. Also somebody asks about content creator we can use the content na then social media then. Now just like the same question we be asked, wherein that person they make money out of it, then you don't infringe on the economic rights. But wherein it acknowledge you and it take authorization now you tell her for user, then you don't commit any crime. But if they get money out of it, then you don't commit crime. Then somebody asks again about the artists the way they ask for play their song. I think the awareness raising in low, and they don't get the knowledge about their work. They don't get the knowledge about the benefits of the rights where they get. Now, not only suppose for coming to now for say promoting song. Now, when una play the song, then they suppose forget that benefits they. Now, the economic rights, they suppose for prohibit or authorize We are in the authorized una, then it's fine. But we are in the not authorized una. Anybody use that without consent, then it go don't commit an infringement. Where the law say go pay 60 million and it go 3 years imprisonment.
Okay.
So as for the round up the program now, whose message you will left to people as soon as they celebrate the day tomorrow?
Fambulem Intellectual Property Day gets for do with awareness raising. Now we they bring count una say intellectual property, the laws then they in place. Una this trip na musicians there na they would they celebrate one honor una creations, one for celebrate una effort the one I don't put span them music there, one for tell una the benefits una go derive out of una creations the one I don't do. Now even though copyright is automatically protected, I'm for encourage una for make una go now with office una go register una copyright, because if person thief you work, infringe on your work, how go able for help you, how go able for fight for you when you not register with me, waiting they should say you not the right holder. So I want for encourage all musicians there for come and can register their work. If you not authors, if you not filmmaker, if you not producer, if you not una the broadcaster themselves,
Okay.
una come una can register with me.
Okay. In name Nayama Aisata Kuruma, Senior Registration Officer, Intellectual Property Department, Office of the Administrator and Registrar General. One for say plenty thank you for way you take it and for be part of the program. Good morning, Salon today.